Rich uncle said he'd leave his fortune to whoever proves they don't need it. So I made sure he saw exactly how much I didn't need him. Uncle Wayne was worth millions but lived like a miser, constantly testing our family to see who was worthy of his money. Every holiday was an audition where cousins would compete for his approval, like desperate contestants on a reality show. I'm leaving everything to whoever proves they don't need it, he'd announce at family dinners while everyone kissed his ass and hung on his every word. My cousins would bring him expensive gifts they couldn't afford, offer to clean his house for free, practically beg for his attention and validation. They'd research his interests and pretend to share his hobbies. My cousin Kyle even switched his major to business because Uncle Wayne mentioned he respected entrepreneurs. Meanwhile, I brought nothing and sat in the corner reading a book, completely disinterested in his little power games. Grace doesn't seem to care about family, he'd say loud enough for me to hear, testing to see if I'd scramble for his approval like the others. You're right, I'd reply without looking up from my book. I don't care about your money either. This always made him pause. While my cousins were falling over themselves to prove their worth, I was actively proving my indifference. While they fought over who could drive him to appointments and grocery shop for him, I got a second job and started saving every penny. While they argued about his will, I was building my own future. When they'd ask why I never visited Uncle Wayne, I'd say, he has plenty of volunteers. I found his manipulation disgusting. Watching grown adults debase themselves for money made me sick. I'd rather be broke with dignity than rich through desperation. My cousins thought I was crazy. Don't you want financial security? Anna would ask. I'm setting myself up without begging, I'd tell her. While they spent their weekends doing his yard work and running his errands, I was working overtime and taking online courses to improve my skills. While they were buying him birthday presents and Christmas gifts, I was investing in my education and building an emergency fund. The dynamic was fascinating to watch. The more desperate they became for his approval, the more he seemed to enjoy withholding it. The more I ignored him, the more curious he became about me. At family gatherings, he'd try to bait me into conversations about money and success. I'd give polite, brief responses and go back to whatever I was doing. I wasn't rude, but I wasn't performing for him either. Grace, what are your career plans? He'd ask in front of everyone. Working on it, I'd say simply, not elaborating. This drove him crazy because he couldn't figure out my angle. Everyone else was transparent in their attempts to impress him, but I genuinely didn't seem to care about his